we all have different insecurities, and especially when we are still young. Nowadays, maybe insecurities don't get so much into me. Though they're still there, but I wouldn't compare them to when I was a child. So today we're going to talk about different insecurities that we have and how we've learned to handle them. Rather, how we've learned to deal with them, how we handle them. Yeah. So, Christabel, did you have any insecurities, especially when you were a child?
Guy, okay. As a child, insecurities. Short hair was an insecurity for me. I know, dumb as it sounds, it was a very huge insecurity for me. Na to prove my point, niliachwa juu ya kunyoa nywele. So but you can say, looking back now, you kind of tell yourself, those were not real relationships.
Yeah. But still,
short hair was an insecurity for me. Also cause niko na nywele dengu. So like when it's short, it looks really bad. It's not the curly kind ile ati unaamka wash and go. Me, I don't have hair. But it's not such a big insecurity for me because I usually feel like it's full, it's nini. There are aspects I love about my hair. So my hair in general is not an insecurity, but short hair, I don't like it. I also don't like the way I like shaved my hair. Maybe that's why it caused an insecurity because it wasn't a choice. It was nyoa because you're going to boarding school. And I continued shaving because of boarding school. So that's why I didn't like it. Yeah. That's why it was an insecurity for me growing up. Yes.
Okay, growing up, one of my biggest insecurities when I was growing up, but nowadays, it's no longer an insecurity. I've learned to embrace it. Yeah, and I think Christabel knows. my toes. Yeah, most people would comment about it the way the zim overlap. Yeah.
So that's kind of weird.
Don't stop looking at them. So it's something over the years I've learned embracing it. So nowadays, if someone mentions it, naionanga too, it's part of fun. Like, okay, I expected it, and it's just like a story. To me, it doesn't really get into me. Yeah, I've learned to embrace it. I'm living with it, and it's actually very cute. Yeah, because
it's unique.
It's unique. It's unique. Yeah.
You've kind of mentioned something, and I'm like, and sometimes some insecurities are caused by how people react.
Exactly.
For me, also, short hair wouldn't have been a problem if people didn't make such a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, unaka kipara, oh, unaka funny, oh, kisogo. It wouldn't have been such a big issue. So, along the lines of physical, I would say another insecurity I have is I like to call it my Winnie the Pooh. It's my belly fat. So it's an insecurity I have because it goes and it comes back so fast. And sometimes you even try to work it out off na inakata kwenda completely. Sometimes I've even thought it's genetic, but yeah, feel free to correct me because I'm just like, man, it's always there all the time. And so even that joke yet we are on duty and off duty. So you kind of grow up na ma flat tummy, unazoea tu. And I even remember there's a day nilikuwa nashuka a bus in Nairobi. Weird things people tell you in Nairobi. Nimeshuka bus and then someone comments ati wale wa flat tummy waliisha, and then I'm like, whoa, that was painful. But so the tummy for me is an insecurity. It doesn't bug me as much. I don't get depressed about it, but it's still an insecurity. Yeah.
What else? Yeah, I think I've had insecurities, especially when I was in campus, and that's the reason why I resorted to short hair. My hairline used to be a problem, and there's a time I was sitting with one of my friends. Then
I hope so.
Then we were watching a certain video. Then she was like, wow, look at that kid hairline yake kimerecede. The way she said it, I just felt like she was saying it to me. Okay, though mine wasn't that bad. It was just like, why? Like someone is dancing really nice. Why don't you?
And it's the hairline that you notice.
Why would you first notice the? Why don't you notice the moves? The first thing you just look at is the hairline. Yeah, but it's something I'm managing. Right now, I think I have good hair. It's something you can always do something about it. Yeah, and also back then in campus, I kept short hair, which served me well. Yeah, I think I look really good in short hair. Yeah. And I wouldn't mind having short hair again. Yeah, it's a style change of
Scenery.
Yeah.
About the hairline, I don't know if it's linked back to stereotypes, where we believe as a woman, the older you get, the more your hairline recedes. So in a feeling, inakwanga linked to that stereotype and that whole kuzeka thing, or like a general insecurity. So another insecurity, I call it career and business. Where you feel like you don't know what you're doing. You don't know if a certain action is going to give you the reaction you think it's going to give you. So that's also an insecurity for me. And trusting myself. But then I overthink things. So like trusting myself to start something the way, unajua unaambiwa just start. For me it's not just start.
But I think it's a problem to many of us. Just starting. You can't just start. From nowhere. It's hard. Yeah. I consider that an insecurity because it kind of limits me from exploring my full potential, I'd say. Again, in campus, insecurity is what else? I used to be so plump. Those people who met me in campus.
I have photos. I have evidence.
Yeah. And other people would comment positively, other negatively, but it used to really get into me. But by the time I was leaving campus, I think I'd learned to embrace it. After all, mwili ni yangu, unaipeleka wapi? You see, I have it and it's mine. I love myself the way I am. So there's nothing you can do about it. But again, what I did about that, I'm a lover of fitness. So yeah, nilihit gym. And that's it, basically. And now, another thing, again, that's happening right now. Yes, I wanted to lose weight. But again, I lost kabisa.
Ukakata kukata.
Which I don't want. You know, people always commenting about... Okay, I've learned to...
Body shaming?
Yeah, not to body shame or even comment about someone's body. Because you never know what they're struggling with. Unaweza pata, especially... Don't think being petite is something really good. Because people out here are body shaming people. Mbona usikuli unaone? You see such kind of things.
Utapulizwa na upepo.
So as much as we love ourselves, don't poke us. Yeah, don't poke those people. Any kind of body shape. You never know what that person is going through. Some people are struggling to gain weight, and it's a real struggle. Yeah, it's even stressing them. So when you keep on talking about it, you make them feel bad about themselves, which is not something cool. Yeah. Above all, be kind to people. Yeah, you haita cost anything, and mind your business. Why would you mind about my body?
Wow, okay. Yeah. But I agree to that because I find body shaming unnecessary, especially because it affects everybody. It's not just the plump ones or the slim ones. Me, I'm neither plump nor thin, but I always get comments like, why do you feel the need to comment on my body? Like, why?
If it's not a positive comment, keep it to yourself.
Baki nayo.
Yeah, I didn't ask for your opinion, so yeah, keep it to yourself.
Another insecurity I would say is I grouped them together, but I feel like we're kind of different. There's communicating. So I know, like, as an adult, you can't completely isolate yourself and say, I do not want to interact with people, I don't want to be texting people, I don't want to be calling people, because at the end of the day, you need to make connections, you need to make friends, you need to, be social. But for me, socializing is such a big deal. There's social anxiety, there's communicating, and that's an insecurity. I meet someone like Velma who walks into a room and she's ako easy, and then when you happen in a struggle, so it usually feels it's an insecurity. And then on the other one, which is kind of like another insecurity I have, is feeling unprepared. I don't like to feel unprepared for whatever event or whatever it is. It's the same thing that applies to, you can't tell me let's go na tuende. Like for me to be prepared like 2 months before, so that I can think about it and plan about it. I can feel good about my plan and change the parts of the plan that I don't like. So if you like, you kukua unprepared is an insecurity for me. Like if I have to go somewhere unprepared, I feel thoroughly insecure and incapable of handling that situation.
Okay.
And I'm about done. Boom, drops mic. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me, I think I'm done with my insecurities. Finally, what I'd like to say, probably it's just a comment. Yeah, insecurities will always be there, and at each and every stage in life, at some point, you feel insecure. But you shouldn't have an apology for that. But you're just who you are. Embrace it. Love yourself. And as you love yourself, be kind to others. Yes.
Yeah. In support of her point, some of these insecurities that we are talking about in the past tense, they ceased to exist because you gradually start to accept yourself, such that even whatever someone says or whatever someone does doesn't affect you as much. It may seem like it's not doing a lot at the moment, but gradually, one day, speaking positively to yourself, it's gonna do a lot for you in the long run.
And nobody should have an opinion about you. Yeah, do not allow it.
They're allowed to have opinions.
But they should keep them to themselves, especially if they're negative. Positive, yeah, speak it to me. But negative,
we are lacking a lot of positivity currently. So, yeah. That's about it. Continue with the conversations. What are some of the insecurities you have, and how would you think that the world you live in right now would be different if, is it something you can control, or is it something the people around you can control? So let us know. Keep the conversation going, keep the fire burning, and until next time,
bye.
Ciao, adios. I'm done.